You are God, you are God, you are God, you are God. Mlangoni anasimama, anakuja, anakuja, kuja kwake karibu. Dalili za kuja kwake zinazidi kukimbizwa. Karibuni wateule, wakamlaki Bwana. You are God, you are God, you are God, you are God. Mlangoni anasimama, anakuja, anakuja, kuja kwake karibu. Sitafute duniani amani wala furaha, mpaka Bwana arudi dhambi kuondoka. You are God, you are God, you are God, you are God. Mlangoni anasimama, anakuja, anakuja Mwokozi, kuja kwake karibu. Tutapata Mwokozi makwaoni ya milele. Daima tutamlaki kuwa watu wake. You are God, you are God, you are God, you are God. Mlangoni anakuja, anakuja, kuja kwake karibu. Thank you.
Happy Sabbath again. Happy day. So the PowerPoint lesson, let's pray before we start. Thank you, Father, for guiding us throughout the whole week of this time. As we're going to look into your lesson, we pray that you may give us interpretation and understanding. In the name I believe. Amen. So our topic today is Dear Diary. A diary is something that you write your secrets. But there is a friend of ours who has tried to share with us what she wrote. The diary is about a brother and a sister. So a brother is writing in a diary. So every time in the evening, he goes and he writes something what has happened. So this day, he wrote about something about his sister. So the sister was going to have a wedding on the next day. So I'm quoting as the diary is written. So today is on the Sabbath evening. Tomorrow my sister is going to have a wedding. So we go to church, then we practice on how to walk on the aisle from back to in front, and then to the podium to stand. Then it is marked with the masking tape. So after the practice, then we go out. So he told the sister, since today is the last time I'm going to be with you, let's go. Then you tell me what is this thing called a wedding, what is this thing called marriage. So I'm going to explain marriage for the kids who is 10 years to 12 years. What marriage means and the wedding. Okay, we may skip about the wedding, but what is marriage? So we are told that Jesus is described as a church. Jesus is described as a woman. So then we have God, who is the husband. God, who is the creator of everything. But now here we are going to look God as the husband, and then Jesus as the church, who is the wife to be. So my sister told me that when one decides to get married, he has to be of age. So the age of getting married is about 18 years and above, according to the law of the land. So children, before you reach 18 years before you reach 18 years, if you are between the 18 years and below, don't get into marriage. So when you decide to commit yourself into somebody, it means that you love that somebody. So when you commit yourself to Jesus, Jesus does what? Loves you. So when you are of the age of getting married, you decide to do something. And this is what you are going to do for the rest of your life. First, remember that you're going to be with that person for the rest of your life. And then you're going to be with that person whom you love best. So if you love Jesus, you're going to be married to Jesus or to God for the rest of your life. Anything that you're going to do, you don't become unselfish. You have to be open. If you want to share something, you have to share with your friend, who is your partner. So if you want to share your problem with God, you share with him, you tell him what you want, then he does what? He solves the problem. So when you want to do something, you have to be open and then you tell your partner. So when you get married, you become one. Then now you have to learn what your friend wants. If this is the favorite music, you have to learn how to listen to that favorite music of your friend, the partner who you are going to be committed to. And then if the best food, he likes the food, you're going to learn how to cook that favorite meal. You have to know how his clothes are going to be ironed, how his meals are prepared, how his bed is made. Then now if you do anything wrong, you know how to apologize. You know the limits where you're not supposed to cross. So when you're getting married, know that you're going to be with that person. You do what he wants, or okay, him also he wants to do what you want. So as a child who is 10 to 12 years, you have to understand that there's a time going to come when you are older enough, when you're going to get married. And then now this one is going to teach us about, okay, there are those who don't believe, but us as Christians, we believe that marriage is between a woman and a man, and it's not between a man and a man or a woman and a woman. So that's the reason why we get babies when we have a man and a woman. So children from 10 to 12 years understand that when you are going to the old age, about 18 years and above, you have to have a partner who you are going to get married to, who is your opposite sex. That is, okay, sex is a male or a female. So don't have a friend. If you are a girl, don't have a girlfriend. Then you come to your parents and say that, Mom, this is my friend. I'm going to be married by a girl, and you are a girl. Or if you are a boy, don't bring a boy to your parents and then that, Daddy, this is my friend. Is a boy, and I'm going to be married with a boy. Just know that the Bible tells us that we are going to be married between a man and a woman. So when the right time comes, just know that you're going to be married between a man and a woman, and not a boy and a boy or a girl and a girl. I know this lesson is very hard, but we have to tell them the truth. So our memory verse comes from the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 17. And it says that if anyone is in Christ, the old is gone and the new is come. So when you are in Christ, it does something to you that you forget about the old things. So when you are a young child, you grew up to 18 years, you get married. Now, the whole thing you used to do when you were a baby, you stop them. Now you have become an adult. You are going to be with somebody else who was not your brother or your sister. But now you have to be committed to that person for the rest of your life. Just know that thing. Then now, the Bible tells us that when you become a Christian, Jesus transforms you and you become like him. So anything that you're going to do, you're going to do of which Jesus likes. You will not do something that Jesus doesn't like. So as the children between 10 and 12 years, just know that anything that you are doing let it be a glorification to God, so that you don't have others or Jesus, because you have become one with Jesus. So, have you understood the lesson? It was tough, but you have to understand. But the thing that I'm going to emphasize is that the marriage is between a man and a woman. And the marriage is between 18 years and above, and not below. Thank you. So let's pray as we are finishing the lesson. Our Father, what in heaven, we come to you, thanking you again for the lesson we have had, and we pray that you may help us so that we may understand that you created marriage that is between a man and a woman, and it's supposed to be between the age of 18 years and above. Help us as young children who are 10 years and 12 years to understand and to know who we are going to have as partners, who are going to be them forever, as you, Christ, decided to be in us. Answer this prayer, Lord, for his name, pray, believe.
Asante sana mwalimu. Tunaingia kwa wimbo namba 161 nyimbo zetu za Kristo. Wimbo nambari 161 unasema piga panda. Piga panda na ya makelele. Piga panda na ya makelele. Yesu yuaja tena. Ipaza sauti, ipaza sana. Yesu yuaja tena. Anakuja, anakuja. Yesu yuaja tena. Itoe kabisa na vilima. Yesu yuaja tena. Yuaja kwa utukufu mwingi. Yesu yuaja tena. Anakuja, anakuja. Yesu yuaja tena. Itangaze mahali popote, Yesu yuaja tena. Mataifa yakasiriana, Yesu yuaja tena. Anakuja, anakuja. Yesu yuaja tena. Kuona machafuko twajua, Yesu yuaja tena. Mataifa yakasiriana, Yesu yuaja tena. Anakuja, anakuja. Yesu yuaja tena. Mandani hofu kutuhubiri, Yesu yuaja tena. Taabu kutulia, Yesu yuaja tena. Anakuja, anakuja. Yesu yuaja tena. Anakuja, anakuja. Yesu yuaja tena. Amen. Jesus is coming again.
Amen. Happy Sabbath. Happy day. I want to welcome all the children between the age of 12 and 15 years. It's time for your lesson, real time lesson. And before we start, let us pray. We are praying. Father, in the mighty name of Jesus, we come before you this morning on your Sabbath day with thanksgiving in our hearts. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to come and worship you. Give us your Holy Spirit to guide us to the lesson. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. So our topic today, our lesson today is about armor. God's armor. And what is armor? I checked on the dictionary and the meaning of armor is about protective gear soldiers used to wear when they went for war. So, as Christians, are we in the war or are we fighting? And who are we fighting with? Those are the questions we are going to answer as we go through our topic. And our main key text is coming from the book of Ephesians chapter 6. So we are told of a story of kids who are preparing for the Olympics. I know and I believe you all understand what is an Olympic. It's a special game where all many girls and boys were coming and they were preparing to race against each other. And that is an year a long time ago, around 1970. So we are told that the girls came and they were so excited about the Olympics. That day they came very early, well prepared, they were so excited, you could see their happiness in their faces. So the time came when everyone was ready and everyone was eagerly waiting to win whatever they were going to be given. So everyone was called, all the boys were called to come to the starting lane, and they all came cheering each other. Their parents were there, they were happy looking at their kids. So the whistle was blown, and all the kids they started dancing. Everyone gave their best. But unfortunately something happened. One of the racers fell down and he started crying. No one noticed apart from two racers who heard the cry and they looked behind and saw him down. And instead of finishing, they stopped and went back. Instead of going towards the finish line, they went back to the starting line. And everyone was so worried, or everyone was wondering, what are they doing? They didn't understand. Until they saw them kneeling down and beholding the child himself, after brushing off the dust from him, they linked their hands together, and the three of them started from where they fell. And everyone wondered what kind of kids they are. And we are told that towards the finish line, it was not an individual who won, but the three of them won. And everyone was happy. In fact, that day they were seen as the victor. So we are wondering, in the race that we are running as Christians, are we running against each other or are we running against who? We are going to read three texts. The first one will come from the book of Acts chapter 20, verse 24. And I'm going to read. In the book of Acts chapter 20, verse 24, and it says, whoever I consider my life worth nothing to me, if only I may finish the race and complete the task the Lord has given me, the task of testifying the gospel of God's grace. That is called okay. Again, in the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 1, it says, Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1 says, therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witness, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sins that so easily entangle, and let us run with perseverance and the race marked out for us. So as Christians, we are in a race, but a different race from the ones that the world is running. As we are not running to win or for our individuality, we are in a race that we are fighting the devil. So in our Christian world, our priorities should be about focusing on Jesus Christ. Our focus should be the heavenly kingdom. And we should not fight each other as Christians down here. We should instead look at each other, care about each other, and see, is my neighbor running the same race or is running a different race? How far is my neighbor in this race? So that should be our focus as Christians and also as children as we continue to live. And we are going to look at our memory verse, which is coming from the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 9, verse 24 and 25. Anyone there can read, but meanwhile I'm going to read the book of 1 Corinthians, our memory verse, 1 Corinthians chapter 9, 24 and 25, and it says, I'm going to read, do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one gets the prize? Run in such a way as to get the prize. Everyone who competes in the game goes into strict training. They do it to get a crown that will not last, but we do it to get a crown that will last forever. Amen? That as we are running this Christian race, our goal mainly is to find that everlasting crown. The crown that will be given by Jesus Christ when we overcome all the temptations that we are currently facing in this world. And we are told of our fundamental belief, number 29, that even as we continue to run, let us always seek the guidance of the Holy Spirit and always let us behave as a Christian. Fundamental number 22 is about Christian behavior. What is about Christian behavior? It tells us in our thinking, in our beliefs, in our way we act and feel, we should be in line with God's principle. The way we talk, the way we dress, are we luring the world or are we conforming to the world? So it's about our Christianity, our ending. Lastly, in the book of Ephesians, Paul is telling that in this race we are not fighting against the power like the physical power, but we are told that we are fighting against the principalities and the powers of this world. And that's why we need God guidance, that's why we need the power of the Holy Spirit, that's why we need the full God armature, so that we become ready for the war. That is going to be our last text in the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 10 to 18. And it says, I start from verse 1. Sorry, from verse 10. Finally, be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's scheme. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the power of the darkness, and against the spiritual forces of the evil in the heavenly realm. Therefore, put on the full armor of God so that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground. And after you have done everything to stand firm with the belt of truth buckled around your waist, with the breastplate of righteousness in place, and with your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. In the addition to all this, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil. Take the helmet of salvation and the sword of spirit, which is the word of God. So we are told that we should take the full armor of God, that we may be ready for this war. It's not about us, it's not about fighting him. It's about the physical power. And we are saying that the devil is roaming about, ready to devour anyone. But God is telling that if we take on the salvation, the peace, and if we take the faith and the sword of his word, will become, and we always fight this battle knowing that God is on our side. So children, we should not fear. And as we reflect on our lesson today, let us focus on Jesus and let us help each other in fighting this battle. Only through the help of the Holy Spirit that we are able to fight. Amen. Let us pray as we finish. Father, we thank you for this lesson. We just pray for your Holy Spirit to guide us as we look at you and as we focus for eternity. Be with us now and forever. In Jesus' name I pray.
Tunasemaje kwa hiyo children's story? Tunashukuru sana. Tunaenda kuimba wimbo nambari 4. Jina la Yesu salama. Jina la Yesu salama. Tuimbe pamoja.
Jina la Yesu envy, 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 not envy, envy. Eni mekuja neema, nami msifuni, nami msifuni, mmeponwa kwa neema. Envy, not envy, 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 not envy, envy. Wenye dhambi kumbukeni ya msalabani, ya msalabani, kwa kulama msifuni. Envy, not envy, 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 not envy, envy. Kila mtu duniani msujudieni, kote kote msifuni, na envy, na envy, 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 not envy, envy. Sisi na wao pamoja, tumo sifani, tumo sifani, milele sifani moja, na envy, na envy, 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 not envy, envy.
Amen.
Amen. Happy Sabbath. Happy day. I'm reading my videos back at home. I would like us to do the cornerstone lesson. Before we do it, we can have a word of prayer. Mighty God, we are before you. We want to discuss this lesson. We pray that you may guide us from the beginning to the end. I pray, believing and trusting in Jesus' name. Today we are going to discuss the lesson. The topic is what legacy? And I believe I'm speaking to the age of the ambassadors. So I want to ask the ambassadors today and all the viewers at home, what legacy do you leave, or are you going to leave before you die? And before we continue, I want us to look at the very many characters in the Bible that left a very good legacy. We can talk of Joseph, Moses, Abraham. These are the people we emulate in our life today. So today we're going to talk about Manasseh. We're going to talk about Ammon, who was the son to Manasseh, and Manasseh was the son to Ezekiel. For those who have been following the lesson, Manasseh was the son to Ezekiel, the king who was, we are talking about the previous lesson. So Manasseh was privileged to be a king at the age of 12 years, and he reigned for 55 years. However, Manasseh did evil things before God, and I can mention but a few of them. Number one, he raised altars in the house of God. That really aroused the anger of God. The other thing he did was he made images and idols to worship Baal. That really also made God really angry. He practiced witchcraft, he visited mediums, he practiced soothsaying. All this really angered God. And the other thing that the writer of today's lesson says, he even encouraged the children of Israel to dwell into the sin of worshipping idols. And God was really angry with this. He was not happy with Manasseh. So what did God do? God decided to try and make a stop to this. He visited Manasseh and his people and tried to tell them to stop acting in such kind of manner. But they did not listen. And it is the life of most of our Christians today, most of us. There are times we walk so far from God, and at times the Holy Spirit calls us back, but we do not want to listen to the Holy Spirit. We want to do as we wish. So in all this, as it happened, since Manasseh had refused to listen, and his people also had refused to hearken to the voice of God, what did God do? God sent the army of the king of Assyria, and they captured Manasseh. But the way they captured Manasseh was so humiliating, it was so embarrassing. Walimshika, wakaeka hook kwa mapua, na wakamfunga na shackles za bronze. And they took Manasseh to Babylon. And Manasseh was he was tortured. He was tortured to the extent that in his affliction, he decided to call upon God. But now he was so humble, he decided to seek God. And of course, the prayer is not recorded in the Bible, but the Bible tells us where to get the prayer. And we are told that after all this, God restored Manasseh to his kingdom, and he became a king. So, in our life, as we live as Christians, there are times we feel we have walked away from the presence of God, and we feel that kuna wakati Holy Spirit inatuambia we need to go back to worshiping God. It was the same case with Manasseh. And we are told that after he was restored, what he did away with the foreign gods, the idols, the carved images that he had made for Baal, he did away with all of them. He rebuilt the wall of the city of David, and he made sure the wall was a bit high, and he commissioned military commanders in all the fortified cities. We also told that he repaired the altar of God, and he rebuilt it. But now comes another young man. This young man by the name Ammon. He also was privileged to be a king at the age of 22 years. However, he did not reign so much, only for 2 years before he was killed. Manasseh was evil, seriously evil, wicked. And of course, the acts are not told, but we are told he was more wicked than his father, Manasseh. So, by all this, the servants that were working around him, they managed to come up with a plan and they seized him, Wakamuot. But then we are told, even those who killed Manasseh, they were also done away with. And the people who did away with those servants who killed Ammon, sorry, not Manasseh, Ammon, they were also done away with. So today we learn this story, and a lot of lessons are drawn from it. First, let us look at Manasseh and Ammon. This is a father-son relationship. Now, these are a challenge to our parents. What kind of leadership character or legacy are you showing to your children? What can they copy from you? Are you the kind of person who likes to argue over everything? That is what they are going to be. Are you the kind of person who is going to do everything without complaining? That is what they are going to be. So, my admonition to all the parents, whatever you do, be careful, because if you have a son, if you have a daughter, if you have children in your house, they are copying. That is what they are picking from you. So if you're the kind of person who likes to be hot-tempered all the time, that is what they're going to copy. If you love God, if you like to seek from the word of God, that is what they're going to copy. So the other lesson we draw from this, Revelation chapter 12, verse 1, says, I beseech you therefore by the mercies of God to present your bodies a holy living sacrifice. This is an admonition to my fellow ambassadors and those who are listening. It is time to pull out from our sinful ways and to seek God, because He is the living God, He is our protector, He is our creator. Father, since I'm speaking to also the youth, Ephesians chapter 12, verse 1, it says, remember your Creator in the days of your youth, before the troublesome times come, when you say, I find no pleasure. This is the time to seek God. Ellen White says, it is the youth who will finish the work. But can the youth finish the work if they are not engaged in the work? So we ought to also be engaged in this work and finish it, because we are the people with strength. Our parents are dying, not necessarily dying, but hawana nguvu kama sisi. Sisi ndio wenye nguvu. We can go to hills, we can go to all the valleys. We are very young, in short. So we are called upon by God to remember Him, and not only remember Him, but also to spread this word. We also